Welcome, and we're live from the arena on Johnson Drive with the KC Jets, and the Omaha Junior Lancers JV game is underway. And we have a 2 and a 10-minute penalty here to one of the Jets, number 20. Quinn Kobe is going to go off. And Omaha will start on their first power play of this game. Shot from Sinnott gets knocked down in front, goes down into the left wing corner where on the retreat is Victor Knapp. He's got backside support from Trushinsky. Trushinsky deals it out to the point. Timmy Johnson with a shot and a save. Loose puck up front. Omaha comes up with it. Trushinsky tries to get it to the net front, and it's chipped out and cleared into neutral ice, where Johnson will come back and indirect a pass into neutral ice where Sinnott will pick it up. He'll cross the red line and into the left wing corner. The penalty is 2 minutes for head contact, and that comes along with a 10-minute misconduct. Puck's net front. Sinnott just loses the handle, and KC with a clear. Johnson on the tap and reeled in behind the net by Johnson. He'll headman it over to Sinnott. We'll have a stoppage in play. Looks like we've got a penalty here. To number 79 for Omaha, Jake DeLeedy. He'll go off on a 2-minute minor for something. I didn't get the indication. We'll get it to you as soon as it updates here. Puck is down in neutral ice. Tapped in by KC. On the retrieve is Spence. Bench minor penalty for too many men on the ice. And DeLeedy will serve that. And Omaha goes in offside. We'll have 41 seconds left on the penalty to the Jets, and a 1:46 left for the bench minor for Omaha. On the tap, right wing circle, KC end, offensive end, played by number 12. Holmes stolen away by Trimborn. He'll come into neutral ice. He's got some speed. He comes down the left wing side, loses the handle, and Omaha able to keep it in. A shot from the point by Rocco DeSpirito. Steered aside by KC and into neutral ice and into the Omaha zone they come. Tim Schade. Poke checked off. Trimborn coming down the right wing side now. He'll gain that blue line. He gets to his backhand. He tried to get back to his forehand for a shot, and it was just out of his reach. Reedman handles behind his net. And now KC on a power play for 50 seconds here. Reedman comes down into the zone. Reverses it back to the opposite wing corner on the half wall. Left wing corner. Give and go out of the corner. And a save by Johnson. Shoveled off into the right wing corner where KC still has control. This KC JV team is pretty formidable. A lot of good legs on this squad. They're quick and skilled. To the point. Walking the point and dropping it down low is Buonacati. Spence toiling in the corner there. Comes to the half wall. Graven peels back in. And a shot. Loose puck net front and a save. And Carter Ebbs and Spence tie up momentarily in front of the Omaha cage. 8:51 left in this first period. We're at zeros.
Good pace of the action to start this game, Mike. Although we were a little late getting to it.
YouTube didn't want to cooperate.
YouTube did not want to cooperate today. Seems like we got something every game, but we're back.
Seems that way. Pass out of the zone from Chubb. Coming down the right wing, it's launched into the zone by Coleman. Nice change of direction behind the net. Chubb has it. Left wing drops it on cycle for Coleman. And KC is out. Coming down the neutral ice zone is Graven. Dished off, and he backs into the zone. Lost control in his skates, and Johnson able to keep his eye on that puck. Covers it up for a face-off in the Omaha defensive zone. 8:21 left in the first. This face-off will be to Johnson's glove side. Rhett Warner on the tap. Puck is down. Skies into the air. Knocked down. And dished over by Nick Pedersen. Warner picks it up behind his cage. He'll reverse directions. He's looking to dish it. He moves it to the half wall. Delidi misses the grab and comes over to the opposite side. Once again behind the net. Betts will play it. He'll try to rim it up into neutral, or up the half wing boards there, and it's knocked down and dumped back in by the Jets. Played out into neutral ice now. Launched back in by Peterson. On the retrieve is Betts. Delidi has it, trying to force the zone, and it's kept in by Kansas City. This line's having a hard time getting out of their end. Ferguson now indirects behind the net to Delidi. Delidi pulls it back, looks for some skating room, moves it to Sinnott. He comes down the left wing side, trying to get it deep, unable to do so, and poked back into the Omaha zone as both teams are on a personnel change here. That'll be icing. It'll come down to the KC end for a face-off.
Well, it's a beautiful day outside, Mike, for being almost the end of November. 47 out in Kansas City today. Great drive down, I understand. I came in yesterday, but sounds like the bus got everybody here safely.
Great day. We had our favorite driver, Mike. He was taking good care of us. We're trying to get him outfitted in all kinds of OJL paraphernalia, and we got a jacket coming for him. Casey's Moto McLean, Jeff Bush, is lining today. Good to see him. He's a longtime veteran of hockey and has donated and dedicated a lot of volunteer hours in KC hockey here, and certainly a deserving man and a great official and a great teacher on the ice. And that's Jeff Bush.
Absolutely, great guy. It's always his last year.
He came up and he said today, guys, how you doing? It's my last year. I said, you've been saying that for 7 years. Rimmed around to the opposite side. Omaha trying to keep it in. KC trying to get it out. All about pucks in and pucks out at this point in the game. It's 6:06. Not a lot of shots generated either direction. Poke checked away into neutral ice. Chubb might have a shot at it. He backhands it into the zone. On the retrieve is Bortnick. He'll pick it up, loses control, move to the point. A shot from the point, a steer aside from a Nate Sinnott shot. Comes to the half wall. Omaha on the back check. They retrieve. Trashinsky now has it in neutral ice. He'll dish it for Omaha's number 62, Banaszak. He'll go D to D, and they move it to the left wing half wall in neutral ice. Once again, Bortnick has it. He peels back into his zone and can't gain the point. Down the half wall is Delidi from Chubb. Down into the corner. Delidi leaves it. A shot from Betts. Gets knocked down in front. Back to Betts at the point. He has to pull it out, and Omaha has to tag up. Ferguson now lobs it in on that left wing side. One-on-one battle by Rhett Warner. He comes out with a puck and is able to keep it in. KC now gathers it, and they'll pop it into neutral ice. Spence with a nice play to bumped Tim Schade off the puck. Spence once again with it. He's looking weak side. He goes tape to tape with Deledy. Jumps off his stick, and Rhett Warner is in on the forecheck. He's got Ferguson with him. They go D to D behind their cage and out to the opposite side. Nolan Drimmel tries to headman it. Omaha able to dump it back in. Headmanned up to number 38, Bachtel. Stolen away by Trimborn. Trimborn backhands it up. And KC has to retreat and regroup. They'll launch it out. It's a 2-on-1 that just broke free. A shot and a save by Simon Johnson at the 3:51 mark of this first period. Scores are 0.
Yeah, I was out to practice Thursday night for the Omaha team, Mike, and although it was a practice without pressure on, they look like they're getting better every day.
Well, listening to the comments from the coaches on the bus ride down, they're playing with more confidence, and some of the kids are really starting to figure things out, and that's a good sign. Step in the right direction anyway.
Absolutely.
Well, Omaha wins this tap. DeSpirito has it. He'll reverse it up behind his net and to the right wing half wall. That's dished out into neutral ice. Trimborn can't handle it. Stolen away by Drimmel. He'll come in the right wing side. He collapses into the corner, and Trimborn's down there for backside support. He's sealed off by number 14, Luke Steiner, and it's dished out front. Timmy Johnson has it. He's coming through neutral ice. He gains the left wing side, gets it to his forehand, and lays it down low in the zone. Omaha trying to freeze it along the left wing corner. Chubb in. Jets go weak side. Spence angling off. And a nice play there by Spence angling off number 14, Luke Steiner. They collide. KC's able to launch the puck into the zone. Comes to the point where it's stick to side. A shot from number 26, Sal Vida, is high and sticked out of the playing surface by Simon Johnson. 2:52 left. Score 0. This tap will be to Johnson's glove side. Number 28, Graven and Chubb for Omaha. KC wins the tap. A shot over the top of the net. Comes to the point where it's launched back in by Teska. Played behind the net and poached over by Trashinsky. Spence has it. He tries to backhand it out. Coleman has a hard time handling the puck, and it comes back in where Spence is trying to gather it in. He gets tripped up. Puck is frozen along the left wing corner, back to the point by Kansas City. They'll go D to D. Number 26 with a nice shot, Sal Vida, and a smothering save by Johnson. Face off in the Omaha defensive zone. This will be to Simon Johnson's glove side. Graven, and he'll face Omaha's 83, Victor Knapp. It's down. Or excuse me, that's Rhett Warner. Sorry about that. Played back into the KC end. DeSpirito can't get the handle, and Carter Eaves gets a nice shot as he gets around Rocco DeSpirito. Rocco reels it in. He's coming into neutral ice, gains that red line, and he'll rim it in. On the hard wrap, stopped behind the net by KC's netminder. Connor Adams. And we'll have a stoppage in play and a face-off to the glove side of Adams in Omaha's offensive zone. Stockwell from the Jets faces Trimborn. KC comes up with it. They'll gain neutral ice, and it's launched in by Bortnick stopped behind the net by Johnson. Moved to the half wall where Knapp tries to get there, and they rim it to the other side and out. On the chase is Bortnick. He'll retrieve it at the dot. He'll go D to D in his end, and they'll go back on a hard wrap to the right wing half wall. Move to neutral ice to Stockwell, and down that left wing side is Holmes. He's got pressure. Nice move by Trimborn. He'll come out of the zone, headmans it over to Knapp. Knapp flitters it into the zone and goes into the left wing corner where they converge and wrap to the opposite side where KC will get an out. Now handling in neutral ice is number 47, Reedman. He'll come down into the Omaha zone, the right wing corner, wrap it to the opposite side where it finds its way to the point. Handling the puck along the top there is number 14, Luke Steiner. He gets poke checked away by Trimborn. Trimborn backhands it into the zone and a steer aside by Adams. Little pressure there by Trashinsky. Casey gets it out, and on the chase is Sinnott. He'll use his cage to get out, protecting the puck, moves it up the half wall. Into neutral ice it goes, and that ends your first period of play here in Kansas City. The Jets 0, the Omaha Junior Lancers 0. We'll be right back in just a couple of moments with second period action. You're on the Omaha Hockey Network.
We're back here at the Kansas City Ice Center here for period 2 action in the junior varsity contest. Knotted up at zeros at the end of the first. Mike, that first period, 0-0. Can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, pretty even game so far. Both teams going end to end. Not a whole lot of shots generated, but it was a good start to this game. We got 3 stanzas, so let's see what happens. One thing about the Jets, you don't want to be chasing a scoreboard when you're playing this team because they play very well with a lead. We're back on action here. Omaha down in their D zone now. They'll wrap it up their left wing side. They converge there, trying to keep the puck frozen along the half wall, and into the corner it goes. Jets come out with it. Nice move there. A shot and a save by Johnson off a point-blank shot from Bachtel. Omaha trying to gain the zone. They can't get it out. Now they have an opportunity. They'll go cross ice. Nice pass by Tim Johnson. Down the right wing side is Knapp, and a shot and a steer aside by Adams. Played up the half wall. They try to find an out. They find it on the weak side where Steiner comes into the zone with it. Gets a shot off and a save by Johnson. This will result in a face-off in the Omaha defensive zone. Looks like it'll be just to the blocker side of Simon Johnson. Gabe Chubb on the tap. He'll face Casey's Ryan Graven. Puck is down. KC wins the tap back to the point. A shot. Puck loose net front, and it's covered up by Johnson. His face-off will be to the glove side of Johnson. Chubb wins that face-off. Sinnott tries to move it up the strong side wall. Comes to the point where it's shot right back in by Salvita and is sticked aside by Johnson. OJL now tries to hit Coleman. Little too much head man there. DeSpirito will indirect a pass right to Trushinsky. Nice indirect pass in neutral ice. Trushinsky comes in. He'll toil in that left wing corner. Hard rim, and on the opposite side, it's picked up by Ebbs, and he tries to gain the zone. Back to the point, DeSpirito. He'll tap it in. Chubb goes into the behind the net area with Vita, and he headmans it into neutral ice where it's picked up by Ebbs. Ebbs goes to the net, and a nice save by Simon Johnson, and Omaha's out. Coleman runs it in, and he gets drilled on the neutral ice half wall, his right wing side, by number 2 Carter Ebbs. Another big check. Big hit from Salvita on Rhett Warner, separating him from the puck. We have a stoppage in play, and it looks like
Wonder if he called it
a rough.
Did he call it rough?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he was going to tag it an interference or rough.
You know what we're seeing a lot this season is those neutral ice hits. Headmans the puck. If a guy gets lit up, they're blowing it down as roughing, because a lot. Those hits are great hits on a highlight reel, but they really puts kids in harm's way.
Absolutely, they do.
Trimborn on the tap just outside the defensive blue line of the KC Jets. Omaha's left wing dot. He'll face Holmes. Puck is down. KC wins it back. They try to clear. Hits the back leg of one of their penalty killers, William Bigar, and they come back in. KC shorthanded. Bigar with it. And Omaha comes out. Knapp skating in. And Omaha goes in offsides. That's like back checking for the other team.
Well, and I was just going to say, Omaha hasn't been showing a lot of urgency on their back check or forecheck, and then to go offside while you're on a power play.
If you're on a power play, it's best to stay on side, because that's just that, like I said, is back checking for the team in the white sweaters. Chubb on the tap. He'll face Bigar. It's down. Kansas City wins that draw, and they clear it. And down into the Omaha end is Spence. He'll set up behind his net. But if you recall, the Jets are very aggressive, and they aggressively try to forecheck behind the net, even on the penalty kill. They're a very fast skating team, so they're willing to take those chances. That's non-typical.
And what do they say about speed?
Speed kills.
It does. Especially in their situation with being such a quick team. And they utilize that to their advantage a lot of times.
Absolutely, they do. Chubb on the tap. He wins this back out of the reach of Spence. He'll come back and reel it in. He's got pressure from number 46, Tim Schade. Headmanned over. Spence will come down. He'll headman it to Coleman just off his stick, and KC will clear. Nice recovery there by Spence. He knocks it down in neutral ice, and now Coleman trying to come in. Boy, he's really struggling with the puck on his stick. Cleared once again. 42 seconds left on the man advantage, and I don't know that Omaha has mustered a shot yet. Two-man forechecking pressure by KC on the kill. They'll go D to D. Spence able to knock it down. Spence making good reads. He kind of knows where that puck's going.
And where the guy should be.
Yes. Heady play. Deledy leaves it for Spence. Spence back to Deledy. To Spence. Deledy with a one-time just wide of the net. Spence trying to keep it in. And out of the box comes number 16, Nick Pedersen. And he gets it in his hand, left out front. And a tap and a push aside by Johnson. KC's offside. This will be a quick up for Omaha if they get going. On the retrieve is Reedman. He dishes it over for Bortnick, who headmans it over to Bonacani. And flying into the zone there, Bonacani, he's the first man to the puck amidst two Lancers that were probably not 4 feet away from that biscuit. A feed to Pedersen and shoots wide of the net.
Lancers got away with one just a few seconds before. Probably could have been a trip called there.
And out of the zone, Omaha just content to clear the puck into the defensive zone of the KC Jets, and they'll come out with some speed. Bortnick uses his net, comes into neutral ice on his right wing side, dishes it off for Bachtel, who lays it into the zone. Trimborn with good pressure. He makes a separation, but Omaha can't come up with a win. A dish behind the back by Deledy in front of the net.
Got to get that puck out.
Very dangerous play on a blind pass.
Kansas City's picked up the tempo right now, Mike, and currently they're taking it to this Omaha squad.
Omaha just ices the puck to relieve pressure. 8:48 now left in the second period. This will stop the play and move this face-off back to the Omaha zone, to the blocker side of Simon Johnson. DeSpirito is out with Betts on the D side. Trashinsky, Chubb, and Coleman come into the face-off circle. Puck is down. Move to the half wall. Omaha tries to gain the zone. They win the tap. They need to headman it out. Here comes Chubb. He makes a nice move. He's got his head up. Poke checked away, but right on the stick of Coleman, and he gets pushed off, and DeSpirito now is on a chase with... Oh, and we have a slash there. Oh, he missed the call. DeSpirito beats...
that was a two-hander.
Yeah, Ryan Graven, and he gets two-handed. But play goes on. You know what? No harm, no foul. I mean, that happens in hockey. But that was a pretty flagrant two-hand.
Give him benefit of the doubt, I think, because he just got tied up with a defender.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have him play. KC has very good officiating down here, and it's been that way for quite some time. But every time we've been here in the last 4 or 5 years, we've had just stellar games. And they're developing guys for the next level, too. There's a lot of their officials that are in NCAA and minor pro. KC indirects it in neutral ice. Spence picks it up in the Omaha zone. He'll try to leave it up for Trashinsky. And Chubb gathers it in. He's looking to dish it. He's got to find some time and space there. We seem to be going in the wrong direction here. Poke checked away. A shot and a glove save off a great shot by Sal Vida.
Yeah, unless Omaha picks up that urgency and actually forechecks and back checks harder than they are, they could see a longer day than they expected.
Game of inches, and you can't unleash this KC team. You have to play them close. You have to play a tight checking game.
You can't chase the scoreboard on these guys.
Nope. Puck is down. Still in Omaha's end. Sinnott tries to move it up the left wing half wall. Kept in by KC right across the net mouth. Fortunately, no one was there. And it traverses to the KC left wing corner. Banasak trying to play it out. He'll go D to D, and they should be out here. The Senate, he'll gain that red line, and he didn't have enough mustard on it. His stick was being tied up and couldn't get it deep into the zone. We'll have a stoppage and play and a change of personnel.
Must have been played with a high stick, maybe?
No, I think it might have been.
Because the puck was at the Omaha bench.
Yeah.
Maybe a glove hit.
Maybe a glove hit, yeah.
I didn't see a signal on it.
Wait a minute, they're asking why. All right. Blocker side of Adams down. Tim Johnson pushes it forward. Omaha trying to gain control, but right now KC has the puck. They'll move it up the half wall. They try to dish it out, and an opportunity for a poke check results in a bit of a trip. Comes out into neutralize. Betts dishes it for Johnson. He'll come in left wing side, gets to the half wall, and a shot and a stick save by Adams. Knapp now on his forecheck, kept in by Sennett. Great job by Nate Sennett keeping that puck in the zone. Frozen behind the net, it springs loose. Trimborn has it now. He'll take a look. He gets to the dot, tries to turn in, loose net front. And Victor Knapp.
Net's off.
Of course. That was a classic. You know, he got a puck in the blue paint area, and he came right across the net mouth. And just before he shot it, by God, that net came off.
That's the best opportunity Omaha has had all day.
Yeah, we'll take it. Puck is down. KC wins that tap. Sal Vita's got it. Played around, kept in at the point by DeSpirito, and he'll just launch it into the opposite corner. Loose. Chubb picks it up, gets to his back, and he scores! He walks in and picks up a puck at the bottom of the circle, makes one move onto his backhand, which is usually not your strong hand.
Absolutely not.
And he beats Adams for the first goal.
But that backhand is the hardest shot for a goalie to pick up.
Right.
Just because it can do whatever, you know. It can be hard, it can be soft, it can be a flutter, but that was quite the goal. It just trickled in behind him.
So Omaha strikes here and draws first blood. Poke chipped away off the draw by Coleman. KC retreats, and now their wheels are going with a little more intensity. Nolan Dremel. It's dropped into neutral ice where Vanasek plays it up for Trashinsky. He's got it along the half wall, and Coleman trying to gain control of the puck. Omaha with a little sense of urgency right now, as that momentum was a nice little shift for the Junior Lancers. Off the skate of Bachtel, and Trashinsky has it. He dishes it for Coleman. He doesn't have much support because they were on a personnel change, and he dumps it in, and KC Bonicati comes out of the zone. He gains neutral ice. He's a smooth little player, and dropped in behind the Omaha cage. Down in the corner, it's Luke Steiner. He's toiling net front, and another great save by Simon Johnson.
Simon has had several saves to be sharp in this game thus far.
And I'm not going to say a word about it other than he's made some really good saves.
Made some really good saves. And I apologize. I feel like my voice might be going in and out here, so my apologies.
Put some dirt on it, Mike.
Rub some dirt on it, and get back out there.
All right, so this face-off will be to Simon's blocker side. Trimborn on the tap. He comes up with it, leaves it up front for Knapp. Knapp's first in the zone. He gets a circle, lays it up net front, and a tip-in opportunity by Trimborn is steered aside by Adams. Omaha able to keep it in at the point. Betts trying to keep it in. KC able to move it up into neutral ice where it's launched back into the KC zone and steered aside. Actually steered out into neutral ice by Adams. Nice move by Trimborn to Knapp. Oh, Knapp just fans on the shot. Comes to the point and out. Spence now on the retrieve. He'll pull it in. And he lays it for Trimborn. It's a race. And Bortnick able to stick handle around him. Omaha will go D to D. Spence has it. He'll indirect it into neutral ice for Tim Johnson, where it's retrieved by KC. They go D to D, and now out of the zone, Bortnick comes, and he'll lay it in. Stop behind the cage. Well, I guess it just skittered across Johnson's stick. So KC still has possession in the Omaha zone. Try to freeze it behind the net. Spence, the lead in now. Tries to move it up the half wall. They'll move it across to Reedman, and he gets a shot and a save by Johnson. 3:18 left in the second period. This game is moving right along, Michael.
It is.
On the tap will be Rhett Warner. Puck is down. KC controls. Pressure from Omaha. Omaha gains it. Deledy moves it across. And out of the zone it comes. Omaha will drop it back in. Well, they'll try to go D to D. And a poke checked in by Tim Schade.
Omaha's getting a little too fancy here with those backhand passes.
And their blind passes as well, you know. Out it comes. Andrew Ferguson lugging it into neutral ice. He gets poke checked away. Sent it there to try to reel it in. Leaves it up the half wall. A mass of humanity in front of the KC bench there as it's frozen along that wall. And you know what? I don't know if 12 was in the zone before that puck came free. KC in the corner, picked up by Warner. They headman it. They try to chip it out on a bump transition, but there wasn't a centerman there. A shot from the point is kicked aside by Johnson. Ferguson dishes it backhand to the opposite side where Deledy tries to gain the zone. Warner reels it in. Left up front, another shot. Some really chancy defensive zone turnovers here, Mike, below the circles.
They got to get a puck froze.
Yeah, they need a whistle here. KC still controlling. I don't know if this is a bit of a mismatch here on the lines, but goes to the opposite side to Vida. Vida lays it in for Steiner. Steiner from behind the net. Vida's crashing in. And a backhand shot on two opportunities there goes over the top of the net. Omaha is really reeling here. They need a whistle. Freeze it. There it is. 1:19 left. Omaha leads 1-0 with about, what was that, over 2 minutes in the
roughly, yeah,
in the D zone.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Kansas City took advantage of that mismatch between the two lines.
Well, I think they popped in a couple fresh players while this was all going on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. Chubb on the tap. Puck is down to the point. Shot from the point. And a kick save by Johnson off a bomb shot by Carson Baker. Bonacani to Baker. Big boy lines up again. Scores.
Can't give him that much time and space to shoot that puck.
A dish from Bonacani to Carson Baker. Baker's a big guy. He's got a bomb shot. And Omaha could not get a man out to front and knock that thing down. So it finds the back of the net. We're in a tie game. 1-1 with 1:04 left.
And probably the worst time of the game that you ever want to let a goal in. Last minute.
That's right. 1:04 left in the second, and the game is knotted at ones. Trimborn on the tap. He wins it back. He beat Graven on that. It's dumped into the KC zone. Trimborn on the forecheck. He's the F1 first in. Played along the opposite side where they try to work a give and go. Great job by KC's Ryan Graven on Trimborn as he just kind of got in his way. It wasn't an interference, but it was a nice little pick, and Trimborn couldn't get to the pass. Freeze it. Loose puck. And Johnson with a nice cover up as Baker got in low, below the dots, and got a backhand shot that went right across the net mouth.
Johnson's been playing pretty good for Omaha today. I don't know. I haven't been able to see what the shot total is, but
we'll probably get him between periods here. Puck is down. KC controls off the half wall, left wing side. They rim it around the back of the net. Spence has it now. He'll try to get to that blue line. He lays it indirectly into neutral ice. And KC with another launch, skying the puck into the Omaha zone, steered aside by Johnson. On a D-to-D behind the net, it's intercepted by KC. Omaha trying to rag it up the zone, and this should end the period of play. After 2, the score is tied 1-1 here in Kansas City in a great hockey game. We'll be back with all-important third period action. You're on the Omaha Hockey Network.
Welcome back to the Kansas City Ice Center as we get ready for period 3 action of this 1-1 tie in junior varsity action. Mike, first 2 periods. The second period had all the goal scoring. Shots right now are in favor of Kansas City, 18-8.
Yeah, great game, but KC turned up the volume after that Lancer goal, and Simon Johnson has been keeping him in it. So we sure hope that he's up to stealing a game today.
Absolutely. He's been stellar. That one bomb from the point is what got by him, and I don't even know if he saw it. Waiting for Coach Ben Johnson to pop back up behind us here, and we'll check with him and see what he saw on the goalie cam.
Awesome.
I wish we had that goalie cam in our broadcast.
That would be nice, where we could go to replay
right
on the goalie cam.
But yeah, looking from up here, I don't think he ever saw the bomb.
No, there was a line of players in front of him, but the pass was so quick, and the shot was so overpowering. It just didn't take long from the time it left the stick to blow out the back of the net.
And Omaha didn't exactly have anybody willing to jump in front of it either.
No. All right. 15 minutes on the clock, third period action in a 1-1 game. We'll see who's got it and who wants it. The line of Trimborn, Knapp, and Johnson comes out. On the tap for KC is number 28, Ryan Graven, and he wins the puck back. They launch it into the zone just outside the red line, and they try to play it out front. They've got 3 players behind the net right now, KC. From the point is that's our friend Carson Baker. He launches another one, and it's kicked aside. Omaha comes into the zone. Trimborn with a shot, and it's steered aside and redirected off a KC defender, and this will be faced off in the KC defensive zone. Glove side of Adams. Timmy Johnson on the tap. He's got Despirito out with Sinnott on the back line. Omaha wins it. The shot gets knocked down and can't get it through. Comes back into the Omaha end where Despirito will pick it up. Rocco will come behind his net, and he reverses it up the half wall, but it was knocked down by KC's Jacob Hall. And he still has control. He'll go D to Sinnott behind the net. He loses the handle, and KC comes up with it. They'll leave it net front, and Knapp has it. He just needs to dish it. He chips it out for Despirito, and he'll pick it up and tries to glass it in and ends up out of play.
Yeah, kind of a weird play there. Victor Knapp went to take a stab at the puck, and I don't know if he just lost the stick or if it broke. But then he had to go to the bench and get another one.
He broke a blade.
Yeah.
So this faceoff will come to center ice dot. Matt Bonacani with Gabe Chubb. Bonacani wins it back. They indirect it into neutral ice where KC will launch it in. Chubb picks it up. He'll backhand it over to Coleman, who tries to gain the zone and can't. Bonacani now. Loose puck, net front. And it's blockered aside by Johnson.
That puck was bouncing there. Our urgency is way missing.
Yeah, Omaha needs to get this thing out of the zone. There it is, neutral ice. Now they got to force some pressure. You know, for a 1-1 game, it's a little nonchalant right now. Despirito tries to gain the zone. He'll leave it for Coleman. They change up. And Spence collides with John Teska. We'll have a stoppage in play as Spence comes off. Sinnott and Banasak out with Deledy, Andrew Ferguson, and Rhett Warner. Omaha's last few faceoffs, they've haven't been very successful with. Into the zone comes Sinnott. He tries to force it in and keep it in. They rim it in from the blue line. Vanasak able to do that. Deledy loses the puck at the blue line, and KC has it. Omaha steals and takes it back out. KC will dump in and change. Omaha needs to fly the zone here. Pass can't find Ferguson. Sinnott has it. He tries to indirect it up to Knapp. Vanasak back. In comes number 24. Big R, and he shoots wide of the net. Into the zone comes Trimborn. Makes a nice move from behind the net, looking to dish it. Tries to go weak side to Spence, and it got knocked down. It could have been a breakaway opportunity, but Omaha able to thwart that. Moved into neutral ice. Ferguson with a blind pass, and it comes up on the stick of William Begar. He'll dump it in. It goes wide of the net. Spence now trying to tap it out. He does get it out into neutral ice, but quickly Tyler Stockwell is able to throw it back in. Omaha with control now. They go weak side. Here comes Knapp. Gains the red line. He makes a nice move. Comes into the circles and tries to leave it up front for Trimborn. He and Trimborn are now behind the net. That third forward needs to be higher. And there's Timmy Johnson, good on the back check. Launched into the corner. Spence. Nice block by DeSpirito off a pickup from around the net by Baker, and he gets a shot, and it's knocked down by Rocco DeSpirito. Calls icing. This will come back to the KC end.
Well, up for grabs this weekend, Mike, is our traveling trophy, the I-29 Cup.
That's
so
right.
there is something to play for this weekend.
That's right.
Currently, Omaha's held on to it for the last 2 seasons. Kansas City 3 seasons before that.
Nick gave me the breakdown, but I can't remember it now. If we win or tie, it stays. And chipped out into the zone. Breakaway opportunity for Carter Eaves. He shoots and he scores. Very inopportune pinch. Omaha tried to hold that blue line, and it was chipped out indirect. And Eaves has some speed. He picked it up, got to the top of the circle, and launches a shot by Simon Johnson. And the KC Jets take a 2-1 lead with 10:46 left in this third period. Omaha not tying up off the faceoff. KC wins the draw. The first guy to it is Eaves. Knocked down by Sinnott. Omaha comes out. Coleman has it. He'll launch it in. Steered aside by Adams. Into the left wing corner is Trashinsky. He's down there with Chubb, and we'll have a penalty. This will be a cross-checking penalty against Gabe Chubb. Or interference, excuse me. 2-minute minor at 10:19, and Chubb will go off.
Honestly, I think the official probably had his choice of what to call there.
It could have been a cross-check. It looked like a cross-check to me, but interference works too, so.
It's all 2 minutes.
Kind of inopportune time after a team just buries one on your squad. Johnson on the tap in neutral ice. Omaha's killing now. KC will draw it back. Baker goes D to Bonaconti. He'll retreat into his zone, make a nice escape move, and leave it up the wall for Graven. Graven brings it in. He'll wait till they get set up. He'll move to the point where Bonaconti has it. He'll wind up. He gets a shot wide of the net. Baker has it, and he tries to get some wood on it, but it trickles in behind the Omaha cage. Johnson tries to gain it out. And a shot from behind the net there by Eaves, and Omaha with a clear. Point men on the kill are Knapp and Johnson. Graven can't seem to find the puck, moves it over to Baker. After they go into their D zone, Bonacani headmanned it over. Picked up and cleared by Omaha. Roughly a minute left in this power play advantage for the Jets. Bonacani, shifty player, he gets tripped.
Got away with one.
Got away with one there. He'll peel back up the half wall to Baker. Baker launches it on net, and it's steered aside in a glove save by Simon Johnson. 36 seconds left on the man advantage. 8:54 left in this third period. KC leads 2-1.
Joel has some pretty good music over there when we come to town.
Oh, yeah, Joel's got the best music anywhere we go. Trimborn on the tap. He gets thrown out. He'll face William Degar. Trashinsky in. KC wins it back. Colin Bachtel gets it. He'll pull it out and go D to D with Nolan Drimmel. Back to Drimmel. He'll walk in. He'll find this lower right wing circle, and in he walks. And what a save there by Drimmel, as that chip pass out of the zone was right on the stick of Trimborn, and he would have been off to the races. KC with control now. They'll go weak side to Bachtel. He'll peel back down the half wall. Trashinsky trying to stay with him. He tries to come right across the center. And Omaha reels it in. Penalty is over. Chubb has it. He'll cross the blue line. Poke checked away. And here's another Omaha penalty. So they killed the last one. KC with a man advantage as the delay call is still on, and Omaha can't gain control. Puck's rimmed in. We have the delay call still on. It's got to be a record. And this will stop play as Johnson touches it up.
I was going to say, hopefully we'll get it on that one.
My God, what was that, like a minute?
Very close. So who do we have going to the bottom?
That's going to be on Trimborn.
Trimborn.
Yep. Yeah, he tried to sweep check the puck and got more skate than puck, and it's a good call.
Well,
and he let that previous one go.
Yeah, I was going to say we've gotten away with a couple that probably could have been called. So.
Definitely. Don't want to start any bad habits, you know?
No.
So Omaha's on the kill again. A 2-minute minor for tripping to Ty Trimborn. Bonacani leaves it for Craven.
The one thing I want to say, though, is you can't give this Kansas City team
no, you can't give
that many opportunities on the power play.
Puck is loose, net front. Baker crashes in, and Simon able to cover that.
If there's one thing with them having aggressive penalty kill, their power play is twice as aggressive.
Yeah, pretty lethal. On the tap, Johnson. Puck is down. Craven. It's one back. Baker moves it over to Bonacani. He'll look down for Baker on that right wing dot. He'll traverse it to the other side. They'll toil in that corner, moving it up their left wing half wall and across to Baker. No knockdown, and you know what? If that pass would have been more accurate, that would have been a layup.
It would have been a layup, yep.
Bonacani shifty. He's a great east-west skater, you know. They move it back up the half wall. They'll go to Bonacani. He comes to the center. He'll drop it down for Baker. He'll walk in, and he keeps walking in. No one there to pick him up. He'll shoot wide of the net. Baker has it. He goes weak side over to Craven. He'll pick it up. Tries to avoid Timmy Johnson. And now Steiner has it to Baker, and another booming shot, and a good save by Johnson. 31 seconds left on the Trimborn penalty. This face-off will be KC's right wing dot just to the glove side of Simon Johnson.
And this is Kansas City's #1 power play unit coming out on the ice right now.
Bigar against Chubb. Omaha momentarily wins the puck back, but it's stripped off a Banasek stick, and they have control again to the point. Back down to the dot behind the net. Good puck movement. And Omaha's really collapsing that box. Trashinsky a little high. Sticks and lanes, comes to the point, fake shot. Comes down and across. And Johnson with a save and a cover-up off a shot by Colin Bachtel.
Well, now Omaha's got to really stay out of the box and focus on getting pucks to the net, because they go down another penalty. I don't know that they can recover or have an opportunity to recover.
Well, there's 5 minutes left in the game, and you know how the patterns of these things go. When that thing ticks down more, it's a 2-1 game. They're going to end up pulling the goalie. And last time we were here, I think they had 2 or 3 empty netters. So the score was not indicative of the game to speak of. Stockwell loses the handle. Penalty has been killed off by Omaha. Spence comes in. He gets to his forehand. He's at the dot, the top bottom of the circle, and a nice quality shot by Paul Spence. And a save by Adams. Spence is a 5'10", 150-pound defenseman who is a freshman from Arlington. And he's going to be a good one. We'll have him for 4 years, and that boy will develop. And Johnson brings it down the right wing half wall. Omaha trying to scurry the puck in. Nice play by Trimborn on the backside. And out of the zone, Knapp trying to back check Baker. He'll dump it in. Played by Betts. Betts indirects it to Timmy Johnson. And he'll go back behind the net to Spence. And he's going to try to skate it out. He'll find room. Goes weak side to Knapp. Knapp picks it up, gains the red line, chips it in. Johnson's after it. He's got Trimborn out there with him. And Johnson gets smothered by Nolan Drimmel. Behind the net. Stockwell tries to go weak side. DeSpirito kicks it. Tries to keep it along the half wall. Got to stay on the D side of that puck. KC able to throw it in, and Banasek now has it. He makes a nice escape move. Kind of loses his feet a little bit, but comes back to DeSpirito. KC takes possession. They move it across as Holmes gains the center ice there. A shot by number 6, Bortnick, is saved by Johnson. 3:25 left in this JV contest.
Yeah, that puck came out from behind the net to DeSpirito, and I don't think he realized that he was getting it back there, because he just totally lost it.
The draw is on the circle, right wing side for the Jets. Johnson's glove side. Graven with Chubb, and KC wins it. Puck is loose behind the net. Sinnott has it. He tries to move it up the wall to Coleman. Coleman tries to leave it up for... I'm not sure that was Sinnott trying to help him. Comes back down to the zone where DeSpirito headmans it over to Nate Sinnott. KC moves into their end, and they'll take it. Ebbs has it. Pressure by Omaha. Omaha's got to gain control here and get some shots. There was one out of the right wing corner by Coleman, and a save by Adams. I think the biggest difference here is, of course, compete level is always a thing with a fast skating team like Kansas City. Looks like Omaha's called a timeout at 2:45. And they've played a good game. It's hard to keep up with these fellas. So when they get into their zone, the zone time, they can't muster enough shots. And I think in a game like this, it's a 2-1 game. If they had 10 more shots, it'd probably be a 2-2 game.
Well, and speaking of shots right now, Simon Johnson, just to tell you how well he's helping to keep his club in this, shots are 25 Kansas City, 10 for Omaha.
See, Omaha has 2 shots this period.
Yeah.
So that you can't have that. You got to generate shots.
And that was the second one.
Yeah.
Probably.
So there you go. I mean, they had 8 shots at the end of 2. But with the man advantage, I mean, it's been pretty much KC in the Omaha zone.
In the third period, absolutely.
The third period. That's been the story of this third period.
I'd say that's probably at least seven of those shots for Kansas City. But nonetheless, there's got to be more shots generated, and I almost guarantee that's something that Coach Kinder right now in this timeout is telling his boys, that you got to generate more shots, more pucks to the net, get bodies in front. But on the flip side, you can't be pinching. You got to have numbers back. The general, right?
Right. Now's the time. The puck's down in this end. He's going to leave Johnson in. If they can sustain some pressure down here, we'll probably see Johnson come out. So he's going to be looking at Coach Kinder for that indication. Timmy Johnson's on the tap against Matt Bonaconti. Omaha gains control, moved over to Spence. He'll take a shot from the half wall on the left wing side, kept in by Sennett. KC tries to go weak side, and that was not Sennett. That was Victor Knapp. Sennett just backhanded it into neutral ice. It comes down, and Paul Spence now handling it. He looks to move it to Trimborn. He gets rubbed off the play by Colin Bakhti. And we have a stoppage in play as, oh my gosh, Jeff Bush was taken out on that play where Trimborn and Bakhti collided. And he's back up and going.
He's got a little dance going on there.
Yeah, he wants to make sure all the parts are still moving. I feel him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Glad he's doing all right. He'll feel it later.
Yeah, unfortunately. Puck's down. KC wins it back. They'll indirect it into neutral ice, and right now they're just going to play keep away. Omaha trying to establish a forecheck here in the offensive zone, and they're always high in the zone. They can't keep it low. Shot from the half wall and a save by Adams. 2 minutes left, so I would imagine that.
Well, Johnson looked like he was getting ready, but they kind of airlifted it in there, and now he stopped. But expect to see him go here in the next.
If we win the draw, he should probably, but we didn't. So that was a very important face-off there. And without the win, we may not be able to pull Johnson for the extra attacker. Puck is net front. Shot by Bonaconti, steered aside by Simon Johnson. And Trimborn has it. Now they're going to have to pull him.
Here he comes.
Okay, he's coming out, and extra attacker's going in. And that's Gabe Chubb. Omaha trying to control in that right wing corner. Knapp gets pushed down from behind. Chubb has it. Omaha trying to gain control here. Sinnott pinches in. Trimborn has it. He'll throw it into the corner. It ricochets off a KC defender, and Sinnott has it along the boards, and he's toiling with Baker. The puck comes out, kept in by Spence. It's loose. Chubb with control. Trimborn momentarily had it, and he tried to launch it in the net, and a cover-up. 45 seconds left in this 2-1 game. And Omaha with some pressure with that sixth attacker. This faceoff will be to Adams' blocker side. Spence and Sinnott at the point. Chubb on the draw with Trashinsky and Coleman. Backhanded in. Omaha trying to control. It's poke checked away. Indirect pass. Who's going to win the race? Casey comes down, and it comes off the side of the net as they try to get the empty netter. 30 seconds left, and Sinnott trying to control. Comes back into the zone where Spence will pick it up. He'll retrieve and backhand it to Trimborn. Trimborn can't handle it, and it comes up the half wall. Chubb's down, picks it up. Looks like these fellas are at the end of their shift here. Coleman brings it down. 3 seconds. This should end the game. And that ends this JV contest. The KC Jets win 2-1 against the Omaha Junior Lancers, and we really got to say that Simon Johnson played a terrific game, even in a loss. And Junior Lancers just couldn't generate enough pressure and enough shots to really get this thing back where it needed to be.
Absolutely. Much better game than they played last weekend against Waterloo, but nonetheless fell short. 2-1 here at final, and game 1 of the I-29 Cup.
We'll be back with the varsity contest as soon as they make fresh ice here. You're on the Omaha Hockey Network.